This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel on this Saturday morning, July 29, 2017. This is, of course, the #1 fucking podcast right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This is, of course, Off the Script, episode 180, part number 2. Thinking about episode 180, man, I can't believe we are 20 weeks away from 200 episodes of Off the Script. And the reason why I mention that is because not only was I thinking about that, but you guys are actually asking me already, JD, what do you got planned for episode 200? I don't know. I honestly don't know, man. I think I might just follow the path that Solomonster did. I might actually go live with Off the Script. Episode 200. I might actually just do a fucking live on YouTube, man. You know? So we'll see what happens. We will discuss that as we cross that bridge. A little too early to be talking about that, but the ideas are brewing. Either that or I'll just go to WWE headquarters because it's only in Stamford, Connecticut, about a 25-minute drive. I could knock on Kevin Dunn's office. Hey, Kevin Dunn, do you have any, wood? Could do something like that. That'd be a fucking epic video. I wish I could do that. I'd probably get arrested in, in the meantime, just fucking getting over there and knocking on the fucking door, acting like a beaver, but, whatever, man, all for the love of entertainment, I guess, right? So we'll see what happens, man. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for episode 200, but you guys are asking me, and, the ideas are brewing already. I'm just thinking about that, man. It's already episode 180. I don't believe that already. So, it's pretty cool to be thinking about. If you guys have any suggestions at all, please definitely let me know down in the comments below what we could possibly do for episode 200 because it really is not too early to be thinking about it and pondering what could be done so far for episode 200. I want to thank everybody for watching and viewing episode 180 yesterday, part number 1. We talked about the Braun Strowman story, which I do have a follow-up to today. We talked about Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and The Miz. Big plans for all three going into SummerSlam in just a couple of weeks. Big plans for Jason Jordan as well. Rumors that he's going to be challenging for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. News on Bayley, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss. News on WWE 2K18 and the new Collector's Edition, the John Cena Enough Edition. All that plus so much more, plus a beautiful That Wrestling Club unboxing where we got a $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase Funko Pop and a beautiful autograph photo of the architect himself, Seth Rollins. If you guys missed that, link will be in the annotation that you see within this video. If you missed anything else, it'll be right there as well. A few Call of Duty gameplays in there, Smackdown Live, Monday Night Raw reviews are in there. So if you missed anything on the channel this week, it is all in the annotation that you see within this video. Please follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. We are now on our way to 20,000 subscribers, or 20,000 followers, I should say, on Twitter. We are now approaching 81,000 subscribers on YouTube. You guys are fucking beast. Thank you guys so very much for all the continued love and support. Subscribe down below if you have not done so and hit that bell for the notifications so you guys know when I do indeed upload, which is daily right here on the channel. If you guys want to support the channel through Patreon, it's the best way to do that. A nice group of people, man, donated and pledged this week. You guys are fucking beasts. You're all going to get shout out on the Sunday episode of Off the Script Part 3 for episode 180. We're also going to do subscriber stories as well. Some were asking me, JD, where was the subscriber stories for Friday? They are now being moved to Sunday, and kind of what I am looking at as far as a revamping of the show goes, so it's a little bit more easier on the ears for everybody else. Hopefully you guys appreciate the nice subtle changes to the show. Hopefully it's a lot easier for you guys to digest. So I want to thank all of you for your continued love and support. Patreon shoutouts and the subscriber stories will be on Sunday. But if you guys would like to pledge to the Patreon page, man, you guys can certainly do so. Patreon.com/JD206. Best way to do that and support the show. I also want to make note that Rusty has 1 week left to go before his bike ride. And it's fast approaching, man. Next weekend is Rusty's big weekend. So if you guys want to help him in the last minute push for his bike ride for MS, you guys can certainly do so, man. I will leave you all the information down in the comments. I will pin his donation page down in the comments at the top of the comment section. So please make sure you guys check that out. And if you guys feel the need, if you guys know anybody with MS, if you have MS yourself, it's a great way to support Rusty as he's bike riding, I believe, close to 200 miles that entire weekend. So if you guys want to help him out, I will leave that down there for you to take part in and help Rusty get as close to his goal as possible. I want to start off with this news, man. We talked about yesterday Brian James. We talked about Road Dogg. And we talked about how I got into a verbal back and forth with some WWE fans on Twitter. My good buddy Justin LeBar and I had a little back and forth in which I assume Road Dogg seen my tweet to LeBar, and Road Dogg seen it because he knows LeBar, and I call WWE the biggest band of idiots in the industry because of their booking of Nakamura and John Cena, just like that, with no build behind it. So we talked about Road Dogg, and the reason why I bring up Road Dogg again in part 2 is because Road Dogg, just several days before that, actually tweeted some fans stating that they do not have enough time to pay attention, nor do they care about what other promotions are doing. They don't care about what other companies are doing. They only care about what they are doing, which I found to be bullshit. Because I know, and he knows, he's not going to publicly state that, because why the fuck would he? I know for a fact WWE has everybody in the industry in their rear view mirror. They know, whether they want to admit it or not, there are several people, and in high positions, mind you, who are mindful of what is going on in the wrestling industry. According to Road Dogg, the people on Smackdown don't give a fuck, which I found to be a blatant lie. You want to know why I found it to be a blatant lie? Because WWE surveys fans on their website about multiple big-name stars from other promotions. You might have heard of the WWE Fan Council, or even have been asked to join in the past. The way that it works is that it is essentially a giant focus group where WWE is able to gain some feedback from fans. Now, a user on Reddit posted one of the interesting questions that they recently asked from one of the WWE Fan Council surveys. It features some very interesting names. The survey asks about talent that are outside of the WWE that fans would consider their favorites. There are some huge names mentioned in this list, including Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Bobby Lashley, Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Will Ospreay, Marty Scurll, EC3, and many more, which I will name the full list. More names that you will probably recognize from other promotions, Lucha Underground and Ring of Honor. Now, this is the full list of names. Listen to this. And according to Road Dogg, WWE doesn't have time to care about what other promotions are doing. I find that to be oddly bizarre, given the names on this list. Son of Havoc, Tejano, Kenny King, Jushin Thunder Liger, Kushida, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Marty Scurll, Taya, Lashley, Deonna Purrazzo, Santana, Killshot, Ortiz. Santana and Ortiz are part of LAX. They're the Impact Tag Team Champions, or Global Force Tag Team Champions. I would know because they were the House of Glory Tag Team Champions as well. Pentagon Dark, Adam Page, Hangman Page, the Briscoes, Naito, Kushida, who's already on the list. They mentioned him twice. Ethan Carter, Phoenix, the Young Bucks, Angelina Love, Kenny Omega, The Mac, War Machine, Dante Fox, who's amazing, by the way, Zack Sabre Jr., Mil Muertes, Will Ospreay, Sienna, Kazuchika Okada, Kelly Klein, Tiger Mask, and then they have a box that has other. Now, I don't know what this means, but certainly interesting to see some of the names on this list. Maybe seeing if fans have any interest before reaching out to certain talent on a contract offer from WWE. But according to Road Dogg, WWE doesn't give a shit what anybody else is doing. This list proves him to be dead wrong. But if WWE got any of these men and women, what does that mean? It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. Because I got a story today about Shinsuke Nakamura. And a story that really isn't a story, but more of an opinion from Lance Storm and his podcast, which I find to be very interesting because I see exactly what they are seeing as well. But I find it interesting that these names are being thrown out there. What does this mean to me? It means nothing. If any of these men and women came into the WWE, WWE wouldn't know what to do with them. But I find it funny, and I wanted to reiterate to you that I find it funny, that Road Dogg says that WWE doesn't give a shit about what anybody else is doing. They only see linear. They only see what they're doing. Really, Mr. Dogg? I don't know why you have Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega, and several Lucha Underground stars on this list if you don't care what anybody else is doing. Give me a break. Okay? WWE wants everybody and anybody because they want to rule the wrestling kingdom. But slowly but surely, people are realizing that you really don't need WWE to get over. You really don't need WWE to make a name for yourself. Clearly, everybody in New Japan that's on the upper echelon is proving them wrong. Cody Rhodes has proved them wrong. Rey Mysterio, right? Rey Mysterio, who's a WWE future Hall of Famer, you know, he is rumored to be coming back to the WWE. He might be choosing Global Force Wrestling over WWE. If WWE was the place to be right now, everybody would be flocking to WWE. Kenny Omega would already be in the WWE. He knows. People know. It's not cut out for everybody. The current state of the game right now, especially for the independents, it's booming. You can certainly make your money and a name for yourself without the WWE machine. More money than if you were in WWE. Plus, you get to do what you love. Wrestle. You don't have any creative politics and creative bullshit behind you. That's why I say Dolph Ziggler, you know, when Dolph Ziggler's contract is up, whenever that is, I don't even know why he signed. I don't even know why Dolph Ziggler re-signed with the company. Dolph Ziggler could make a fucking killing in the independents. Hey, Dolph, I hear the Bullet Club's looking for new members, bro. I see Ziggler fitting into the Bullet Club like a glove. So we'll see what happens with that. I just find it interesting. I wanted to talk about that, being that this was the first thing on my fucking list of notes here. Moving on. I'm not going to get upset about this because there's no reason for me to. I just find it oddly bizarre. And I find it funny that this is at the list of WWE priorities for the week. After they had one of the worst shows back-to-back for Smackdown Live, right? Well, SmackDown really wasn't bad. I would say creative booking decisions. Let me word that correctly. SmackDown this week wasn't bad. But Battleground was fucking god-awful. Name change for Elias Samson. Now, again, I'm not going to get upset at this. I just find it weirdly bizarre that this is at the top of the list for WWE priorities during the week. The Drifter, Elias Samson, has made his mark so far on Monday Night Raw, and he's one of my favorites currently on the brand. He's shown the ability to work up the crowd while he sings in the middle of the ring, strumming his acoustic guitar. He also has shown that he is nothing to mess with after his recent guitar smash over the head of one Finn Balor during their match. It appears as if WWE's tweaked the name of Elias Samson moving forward. According to his profile on WWE.com, the Drifter has dropped Samson from his name. It looks like he will now be referred to simply as Elias on WWE programming. I initially had a problem with the Finn Balor name. I initially had a problem with WWE dropping the Alexander and Rusev. I initially had a problem with WWE dropping the Antonio and Cesaro. I had a problem with WWE dropping the Langston and Big E. I'm sure I will get over this. I just don't see how this is a fucking priority. I really don't. What was the problem with Elias Samson? I like the name Elias Samson. It's gonna get you. I gotta get used to it. But I think we will get over it. It's gonna take some getting used to. Elias. Who wants to walk with Elias? I do. I think Elias Samson's fucking great. Hopefully big things to come for Elias on Monday Night Raw. But WWE has dropped Samson from Elias. You can add his name to that list now. I think WWE and Vince McMahon, more importantly, has really has misunderstood the Elias Samson character. To me, Elias Samson was that drifter. The guy who drifted in and out of towns playing music, you know, at every venue that he's in. He's a loner. He writes music. He's fucking got a nasty attitude. He's a one-man gang. He's a one-man band. He drifts in and out of cities playing and strumming his acoustic guitar. That's Elias Samson. Now they're talking about the legend of Elias, his poker addiction, and him winning money, and fucking, you know, I don't know, something with Dusty Rhodes. I think Michael Cole said on Monday Night Raw. I don't remember what he said, but it was something along the lines of Dusty found him sitting outside one of an NXT live events, and he was making a bet with somebody, and Dusty Rhodes found out. Something along those lines. I think there's a major disconnect from Vince McMahon and the Elias Samson character that was originally brought to WWE. Now he's got this big legend behind him. They're trying to build this guy's character into something different than what we were accustomed to seeing. You know? So I don't know what's going on, but WWE dropped Samson from Elias. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but also I don't know why WWE decided to do that when it was perfectly fine the way it was. So let me know what you guys think about that down below. Sean's View, I'm surprised, has not been all over this. I wonder why, because there's no news about CM Punk actually appearing in WWE. This is just a correction on Hulu's part. Hulu responds to why CM Punk appeared on their Smackdown Live advertisements. A couple of days ago, a number of fans noticed a strange graphic in the Xbox Live store. The graphic featured the image of CM Punk and was advertising Smackdown Live on Hulu. As you can imagine, this had some fans excited about a potential return of CM Punk to the WWE. SmackDown Live aired this past week, and CM Punk was nowhere to be found, Mr. Failure View Entertainment. So what the heck was going on, and why was Hulu using CM Punk in their ad? Yeah, Sean, why? Instead of the made-up rumors that you got going on with CM Punk coming back, exclusive WWE imagery on the website. Where you getting this news from? Huh? Where you getting this news from, bro? Do you dream it and then report it the next day? And why is there 9 videos about CM Punk within the week? I don't get it. Oh, that's why, because your videos do about 2,000 to 3,000 views per video, and then you see one CM Punk view count do, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 views, and you'd be like, oh, let me ride this wave, because, you know, I'm a fucking asshole, you know? You do understand that you lose credibility as a YouTube creator, right? I don't come on here and report false news. I report the rumors, and then I give my opinion behind it. Whether it's real or if it happens or not remains to be seen, but I am a credible source of opinion that people want to hear. When you report shit like that, you make yourself out to be an embarrassment. And you reveal to everybody that you're in this for one reason and one reason only, and that's for this. So, maybe you should rethink your strategy, because your credibility is pretty much on par with Jinder Mahal's wrestling skill. 0. There you go. Fan on Twitter reached out on social media to the Hulu support team to find out what the deal was. Here was their response, and I quote, "We receive artwork from the provider, but we reached out to our team for more insight on this." So either somebody at WWE sent in the artwork of Punk, or Hulu made the mistake themselves. I doubt Hulu made the mistake themselves. Why the fuck would they? Why the fuck would they? Somebody in WWE is probably having a jolly old laugh at the behest of their fans. And this is the company that really gives a shit about their fan base, right? Yeah, give me a break. CM Punk is not coming back to the WWE. You will know CM Punk is back in wrestling when you see CM Punk in a ring. Ring of Honor actually tweeted out, or there was a report that Ring of Honor and the management behind Ring of Honor have a deal on the table for whenever CM Punk is ready to come back. That's a given. That I know for sure. I know Vince McMahon would love to have CM Punk back. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't want CM Punk back? Punk will be back when Punk is back. The only one who knows when CM Punk is coming back is Phil Brooks and his wife. Not Sean's View. Not some fucking random goon who's photoshopping Punk's images on WWE.com. Give me a break. Alright? Punk will be back when Punk is back. The advertisement does have CM Punk's image on it with Smackdown Live. I'd love to see CM Punk versus AJ Styles. Sign me up. Take my fucking money. But it's not happening. Don't hold your breath. Fucking Goons View Entertainment over here. By all means, continue to lose credibility. The more you lose, the more I gain. Simple as that. Shout out to Jason Solomon, a.k.a. Solomonster, for his fantastic interview with Justin Roberts. I have not heard LeBar's interview yet. I have to listen to that, but I'm sure it's just as good. The first one I did listen to was Solomonster's. He did interview Justin Roberts, former WWE ring announcer, and it was a fantastic interview because he goes over all the political bullshit in WWE. Justin Roberts was asked by Solomonster when he was actually let go by WWE, what was the feeling like? And Justin Roberts said he wasn't sad, he wasn't upset, he wasn't depressed. It was more like a huge weight was lifted off his shoulders. And I'm like, wow. You know? After all the guys been through, he was like this super fan. He was just let go. He was just let go. And he said, I was okay with it. I didn't have any hard feelings. I felt like the fucking world was lifted off my shoulders. And I'm like, wow. It must have been fucking rough. You know? I do what I do, and I love what I do. I'd love to break into the WWE, but when I hear stories like this, it's like, why would I want to? Why would I want to? You know? He explained something. He explained this story that back in gorilla position, when he was there, when he spent his time there, they had a suggestion box. On the wall, there would be a paper that says, suggestion box. Now, normally when you're at your job or your employer, there's a suggestion box. Any suggestions that management might take into consideration might possibly be used for a store or something along the lines to better the business. Justin Roberts says that back in gorilla position when he was there was a sign that said suggestion box, and underneath the sign was a paper shredder, meaning that all your ideas, whether it was good or bad, goes right into the paper shredder, meaning that they don't want to hear anything that you have creatively. They don't give a shit. They're going to do what they want to do, and that is it. They don't want to hear from nobody. They don't want to hear from any employees, no creativity from the talent. Nobody, unless it comes from a higher up or Vince McMahon. They don't give a fuck about anything you have to offer. I find that to be fucking absolutely pathetic. I do. Because this is what I said about Road Dogg. All these people have a fucking God complex. As if anything that they come up with is not bad. Everything that they do is good. And then when we call them out on it, they get fucking defensive. How can you get defensive over shit storytelling? And I can hear stories about Justin Roberts talking about a suggestion box, and the suggestion box is indeed a paper shredder. Are you fucking kidding me? Awful, awful shit. Justin Roberts explains the hardest part of being a WWE ring announcer. Roberts, recently interviewed by Cult of Whatever, this was to promote his book, Best Seat in the House, Your Backstage Pass Through My WWE Journey. Roberts spoke on a wide variety of topics about his WWE career. He worked in WWE as a ring announcer from 2002 until he was released from the company in 2014. Roberts shared some of the hardest parts of being a WWE ring announcer during the interview. Here is what he said. The most nerve-wracking thing was that I wasn't allowed any note cards with the wrestlers' towns and weights, and I didn't have an earpiece, so no one was able to feed me any of the information. So a lot of the time, I didn't know what to say or when I was supposed to speak. When I was there, they really had long announcements and their announcements were not only did you introduce the wrestlers, but introduce the match stipulations, the rules of the match. If the winner of the match would get a title shot and so on and so forth for pay-per-view. Then the match could be a fatal 4-way, and I had to remember all the information off the top of my head. He also says that he often received scripts for the show late and had to memorize it quickly. I quote, when WWE used to have their regular guest hosts, they were long introductions, and a lot of the time you didn't get the script until the show went on air. So I didn't have much time to memorize that. Then you take a show like WrestleMania, and in 2011 at WrestleMania 27, when I was the sole announcer for the whole show, there was so much to remember, but that was an awesome experience. So Roberts sharing that he got scripts late at times when they were live. Are you fucking serious? That goes hand in hand with what we see on television even now, 3 years after his absence. Everything feels like it's just fucking written as the show is going on the air. We hear reports that plans change rapidly within the hour. Hours before the show hits the air. Sometimes when the show is actually airing live on the network. Whether it's a pay-per-view, whether it's USA Network for a Raw or USA Network for a Smackdown. Changes are made then when they're live. So I can imagine what the fuck he was going through. Being there in the middle of it. We see it and we feel it watching at home. And then we read about it from the dirt sheets and Meltzer and Alvarez and all these other guys reporting it. Yeah, Raw was a last minute change. Raw was this, Raw was that. Vince McMahon changed his mind minutes before the show. Kevin Owens and AJ Styles had the match ending for their Battleground match changed during the match. What? Are you fucking kidding me? So you can feel his frustration with all of this. He goes over Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn was his immediate boss. If Vince McMahon wasn't around, obviously he had to answer to Justin Roberts. He didn't like wood. And he was too much of a fan, man. I think he enjoyed John Cena a little bit more than Roman Reigns. That's what we got rid of him. You know? So he had to answer to Kevin Dunn. Who the fuck wants to answer to Kevin Dunn? He said Kevin Dunn some days was cool, which I find hard to believe, but those were his exact words. And sometimes he would be a dick. He would be ridiculed. He felt like Triple H didn't really like him. They were always ribbing on him, right? Justin Roberts tried to give his 2 cents in for a story that he was telling about the Funkadactyls, doing some dance skit. He gave a suggestion to Triple H, and Triple H kind of blew him up right there in front of everybody. Like, who the fuck are you? Are you a dancer? We'll change this because Justin Roberts is such an amazing ballet dancer, or whatever the fuck he's doing, or an amazing dancer in itself. It's ridiculous, man. He felt like he wasn't liked and respected. They treated him like shit, last minute changes. Vince McMahon didn't want him to announce the word opponent. When you're a ring announcer and you have AJ Styles come out, his height, his weight, his home city, right? He gets to the ring, and then when the announcer is announcing the guy who AJ Styles is going up against and his opponent, Vince McMahon didn't like the word opponent. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to say? He went over that right before they went live. Justin Roberts usually amped up the crowd, and everybody told him to just be very monotone and very formulaic and stale and very professional right before they went live, because they didn't want to waste the big pop on Justin Roberts. They didn't want to waste the big pop on the opening of the show. They'd rather save it for the superstars to come out. A bunch of shit. You got to listen to Solid Monster's interview, man. It's very eye-opening. It's very interesting just to feel and see what somebody went through being there with Vince and Triple H and Kevin Dunn. He said that Triple H, this was during the time that he was there. Maybe he's still the same. Maybe he's kind of changed a little bit, being that he's been so more heavily involved with NXT. But he did say that he felt like Triple H has a, not an ego problem, but he's, I don't know, man. I'm trying to find the word for it. That he's very sensitive. Like, Triple H is very sensitive. If anybody tells him off about anything, it's damaging to him. And when he tried to give suggestions, Justin Roberts says that he felt like Triple H would bury everybody. He would bury everybody. Not literally like you guys think that he's in the ring, he's always got to have a W. He likes to bury talent, but he likes to bury people and have that superiority complex. He's got to be the top dog around everybody. You know, he's just got to be that guy. If you're in a crowded room, Triple H has to fucking assert his dominance over everybody. That's the kind of shit that he was talking about on the podcast. So I definitely urge you guys to listen to it. It's on YouTube if you want to go watch it or listen to it. Solomon did upload it to iTunes and Podbean if you guys want to go listen to it. Very, very, very good listen. Over an hour and some very, very interesting stories as well from Justin Roberts. Another interesting tale I want to tell you guys is that Barbershop Window and JD have a huge sale going on, man. It's still going on. You guys can go to barbershopwindow.com/offthescript and enter the coupon code JD17, and that is going to allow you guys to get 20% off anything on my online store. And you know what? SummerSlam is coming up. I want you guys to look good for SummerSlam. I want you guys to look good going into Brooklyn because I'm going to be in Brooklyn and I want to meet all of you. And I hope each and every one of you that come up and meet me and call me a fucking goon to my face, I want to see you wearing some off-the-script merchandise, man. Right now, I emailed my guy back from fucking April and I apologize to him, trying to get that Charbot t-shirt up on the store. I emailed Connor this week. We got the names for Get Off My TV version 2.5 ready to go. I just got to come up with a design to him. We might redo the t-shirt and just have the same layout with new characters on the front. Gonna be good, man. But there is gonna be at least one new t-shirt out before SummerSlam. And if you guys want to check out the store right now and save yourself some money on SummerSlam gear before we get to the biggest party of the summer, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Enter coupon code JD17 for 20% off all your merchandise on my online store, man. So make sure you guys go and check that out. We got a story here about Shinsuke Nakamura. Is he already planning a return to New Japan Pro Wrestling? Uh-oh. What does this mean? When Shinsuke Nakamura debuted on the WWE main roster, a lot of people were very excited to see what he could do. There were a whole slew of dream matches to be had, and fans couldn't wait to see WWE set up one dream match after another. While there seems to be a dream match on the way in the form of John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura this coming Tuesday on Smackdown Live, WWE hasn't seemed to offer the kind of competition fans would have preferred for the King of Strong Style. On a recent episode of Killing the Town with Lance Storm and Cyrus, Lance Storm and Paul Lazenby, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, reviewed Battleground and Shinsuke's lackluster match against Baron Corbin. Now, in Shinsuke's defense, it was lackluster. I felt everybody kind of phoned it in on Battleground. One of you guys actually tweeted me saying that a caller, I don't know what his name was, called into the Taz show on Monday and shouted me out, saying that I got to agree with my boy JD from New York during his Battleground review. I feel as well, and I agree with him, that a lot of the talent on Battleground phoned it in. It's like they didn't even want to be there. Taz obviously disagreed. How could you say that? You're not the talent. You're not there. You're not in the ring. You're not an in-ring competitor. You don't have to be an in-ring competitor. You can see somebody's body language. I don't need to be a WWE superstar on the night of Battleground in the ring to see that people were phoning it in. Body language goes a long way. I don't need to be a wrestler. I know who's in it. I know who's excited. I know who's not just by watching them. So that's a crock of shit right there. I don't need to be an active performer. I have eyes. I worked in retail for many years. I know body language like the back of my fucking hand. I know when someone is interested in something or not. I know someone's excited in something or not. Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin, half of that fucking show, was not excited about anything. Now that changed on Tuesday when they had the rematch. Nakamura's match with Baron Corbin was a lot better on Tuesday than it was on Sunday. Now, while giving his own analysis of what happened, Lazenby made a very startling observation about Shinsuke Nakamura's overall demeanor in WWE, and Lance Storm agreed with this sentiment. And I quote, "As for Nakamura, I'm starting to think that perhaps he has already scratched wrestling for WWE off of his bucket list, and now he's putting in time, cashing checks, and already planning his return to New Japan." Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if his stay in NXT developed him a really strong cruise control tendency, Lance Storm replied. He's biding his time, or was biding his time in NXT, and he's been working at that speed for a while now, that I'm curious if he's ever going to come out of it, barring perhaps a match with AJ Styles. The overall opinion was that there really is no incentive for Nakamura to kick it up a notch at this point. He's a very smart guy and knows what it takes to get by. If you add in the fact that he's no young man anymore, Shinsuke realizes that he can do what he can do and not overexert himself. It was said North American companies and fans aren't as demanding to wrestlers about how much they need to produce compared to New Japan. It was speculated Nakamura might be thinking, why should I beat myself up when I can just be as over as anybody else and make just as much money by doing less? Of course, Nakamura's match against John Cena might see him turn it up to another level, but we'll have to wait and see on Tuesday's episode of Smackdown Live. I think that, I love that podcast, by the way. I think they got great minds over there. I think they got great opinions. Those are the types of people that I like listening to. People who just analyze everything. That's the type of person I like to listen to. But I honestly think that they're jumping the gun with Nakamura. I know we can sit here and all be in agreement that Nakamura's run on the main roster right now has been less than stellar. It's not what we really envisioned. But it's only been, what? We got April, May, June, July. Okay? That's 4 months. I am not going to deem anything a disappointment or a failure. Actually, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to deem anything a failure in 4 months. I'm not. It's not with Shinsuke Nakamura, because I know, and I'm not really confident in anything WWE does right now, but I'm confident that they know how popular Shinsuke could be, how great Shinsuke could be, and what they need to do with Shinsuke. I don't think they've been presenting him in the right light at the moment. I think it's been disappointing. But I'm not going to write off Shinsuke Nakamura's stay on the main roster just yet. There's a lot left to do. There's a lot left to do. By the end of the year, we can pretty much gauge when it comes to a Shinsuke Nakamura if it's a failure or not. But definitely on Sunday night, I felt like the entire show was phoned in. I felt like everybody except the tag team match. That was fantastic. Everything following that tag team title match, all the way up until the conclusion of that show, including the Punjabi prison match, I felt everybody just didn't want to be there. I seen it on their body language, man. They fucking were moving like they were in quicksand. Nobody wanted to be there. There was no get up and go. There was no fucking, intensity at all. Everything just felt like, like you go to fucking the cafeteria in high school and you got the fucking old fat slob behind the counter, fucking taking a scoop full of fucking slop and placing it on your plate. There you go. Next. That's what I felt like. Somebody who just did not want to be there. Felt like Al Bundy. Everybody just looked and felt like Al Bundy. You know how Al Bundy sits in the shoe store, all depressed? Like they didn't even want to fucking be there. They hate their life, they hate their job, they hate their current situation right now. They're not happy. It is what it is, man. I can tell. You don't need to be an active fucking WWE wrestler to tell. I can see it on Nakamura's face. I seen it on Nakamura's body on Sunday night. On Tuesday, it was a different story. It was a better match, a much better match with Baron Corbin on Tuesday. But WWE's got to get on the fucking ball. They got to get on the ball. You either strap the rocket pack to Nakamura or you don't. Or you don't. The guy needs to be booked specifically. He's got to be booked like a fucking superstar. You can't overexpose him. WWE had it right in NXT and nobody complained. Now all the complaints are filing in. Clearly something is being done wrong. Because if we didn't complain when he was in NXT as their world champion, and now we're complaining about Nakamura, how can we even sit here and complain about what's going on with Shinsuke Nakamura? It's fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. If we didn't complain then and we're complaining now, clearly something is wrong, but you can't tell that to WWE because according to WWE, suggestions go right into the paper shredder. Suggestions are not wanted. You can't tell them that it's wrong because they don't give a shit. If it's wrong, they're right. Doesn't matter. Our voices mean nothing. Our voices mean nothing. Our tweets, our hashtags mean nothing. WWE wants to tout all these social media content and fucking hashtags and interactions and whatever else on social media. They don't give a shit about anybody. All they give a fuck about is the number at the end of that analytic report, and they don't give a fuck about any of their fans. And they don't give a shit about a Nakamura. They don't. Because if they did, they'd be doing what NXT did and building off what NXT did with Nakamura on SmackDown Live. They haven't, they won't, and that's the end of that. But I can definitely see where they're coming from. Might be a little too early to start making assumptions like that, but more than likely, these guys are going to be end up proven right. Because if Nakamura is going to continue down this path, I know for sure Nakamura is going right back to Japan. He came here for competition. He came here to wrestle. He came here to win championships. You know, a lot of these people, you know, they tout, oh, I'm making more money. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson come over from Japan. They get criticized on social media. You know, what happened to my fucking beloved Bullet Club? You know, what happened to the best tag team in the world? We still are, but we're making more money now. It's always touted that they're making more money. You know? But to these guys, it's all image. They want to throw the fucking money issue in your face. But deep down, the most important thing to them is not the money. They're making money regardless. Deep down, the most important thing to these people is wrestling. Do you think these guys like sitting in the fucking back? You think Dolph Ziggler like sitting in the fucking back collecting a paycheck? No, he wants to fucking wrestle. That's what Cody Rhodes wanted to do. He wanted to wrestle. He knew the money would come as long as he wrestled. And now look at him. He's making more money now and accomplishing more now than he ever did in WWE. The money will always be there. These guys throw it in the fans' face because that's all they have. Because WWE offers that more so than anything. WWE offers them money more so than any opportunity elsewhere in wrestling. It doesn't matter. Opportunity and wrestling is second and third compared to the paycheck that these guys are getting. But deep down, they're lying to themselves. Deep down, the most important thing, but they don't want to admit that. They want to brag about their money. They want to brag about their bank account. Deep down, the most important thing to these people is their fucking love for wrestling. They want to wrestle. WWE doesn't allow them to wrestle because everybody that comes in is nothing but a fucking number. You do what they say, and it's fucking bullshit. You either wait your turn, sit and collect your paycheck, and then move on if you so choose. If not, shut your fucking mouth and you do what we say. You can't do that with Nakamura. Nakamura will leave. Nakamura will go back to Japan. But WWE has to get on the right track with Nakamura. Otherwise, they're going to lose one of their biggest and best stars in the company. So, you can't blame these guys for thinking that because a lot of people are seeing it. But I think it might be too early to deem the Nakamura experiment on the main roster a failure right now. Give it till the end of the year. See what happens after SummerSlam. See what happens going into WrestleMania even. Even stretch it out to WrestleMania. If by next WrestleMania, given Nakamura's been on the main roster for 1 year and we still are in the same position we are in now, then we can say, you know what? It ain't working. And somewhere, someone fucked up. And I hope that is not the case with Shinsuke Nakamura. Moving on here with the podcast, guys. A few follow-up stories that we discussed on part 1. Sasha Banks and Bayley had a #1 contendership match on Monday Night Raw. The winner of that would go on to fight Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam for the Raw Women's Championship. As we know, Sasha Banks lost. Bayley is going on to SummerSlam, but that does not mean that there's no controversy. I don't know if WWE is going to make this a storyline, to make this a triple threat match at SummerSlam, but right now there is some online controversy about the Sasha Banks versus Bayley ending this past week on Monday Night Raw. Bayley defeated Sasha Banks on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. As a result, Bayley will be moving on to face Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam. A user on Twitter rewatched the match and noticed that Sasha's shoulder might have been up during the pin. This caused a small controversy online with fans who think it should be a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Now, if you guys go online and find it online, I'm sure you will. I will not post anything here because I'm looking at it now. It looks ridiculous. It looks fucking ridiculous. People gotta bitch and moan over the smallest fucking things. I do it, but this is just fucking absurd. So the tweets say, and I quote, "I was watching Sasha and Bayley's match again, and look what I saw. Sasha Banks' shoulders were up. Give Sasha Banks another chance, and her shoulder wasn't down at last night's match." So I don't know what's going on. Regardless, Sasha, Bayley, or WWE have not mentioned anything about this. So it's likely that nothing will come of it. Now, someone with common sense tweeted out, this happens accidentally a lot. Always has. If Sasha or WWE have not tweeted or said anything about it, it's not going to be an issue moving forward. They are moving forward with Bayley and Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. Now, potential reason why we went over Bayley beating Sasha Banks at Monday Night Raw to go on to SummerSlam. Dave Meltzer added that, speaking about Bayley and her entrance this week on Raw, Alvarez mentions that her entrance reaction is night and day different from several months ago when fans were going crazy for her. Alvarez and Meltzer attribute this change to the horrendous booking of Bayley since WrestleMania 33. Meltzer says that WWE is now trying to rehab the booking of Bayley and the damage that they have done over the past few months. Giving Bayley the win over Sasha and a title shot at SummerSlam seems to be WWE's way to try and build Bayley back up. So Meltzer says that, along with Alvarez, that her reactions have been night and day compared to when she first made her main roster debut to where we see Bayley now going into SummerSlam. So I don't know what's going on with that. We talked about Bayley and Alexa Bliss yesterday on the podcast. Bayley, there's no way that if WWE is rehabbing Bayley and trying to get her back into the good graces with the fans, there's no way that she's going to lose to Alexa Bliss for a third straight time. The most important thing we discussed here is what WWE is going to do in the aftermath, what WWE is going to do in the follow-up. The most important thing to do here is, yes, build Bayley back up, but what are you going to do with Sasha Banks after she started off so hot with this Alexa Bliss thing? You know, she is deserving of another rematch. WWE pretty much bypassed her to getting a fair rematch at Alexa Bliss because Alexa Bliss was a coward at the last pay-per-view at Great Balls of Fire. And now Alexa Bliss is not defending against Sasha, but instead against Bayley. So, Sasha has to be built up in a way where frustration is mounting now. We discussed this on yesterday's show. I don't want to go over it again. But I just want to reaffirm to you that Alvarez and Meltzer are reporting the same thing as of yesterday. And there was online rumors of WWE potentially making this into a triple threat match. But being that Sasha Banks, WWE, or Bayley haven't made mention of this thing, the shoulder being up from Monday Night Raw on social media, probably nothing will come of it. WWE's going to stick with Bayley and Alexa going into SummerSlam. Where Sasha Banks fits into SummerSlam's plans, we do not know. So we have to wait and see what's going on with that. WWE Taboo Tuesday. Do you guys remember the old concept of Taboo Tuesday? It was where WWE fans were able to vote on stipulations for matches, giving the event an interactive feel. There are now rumors going around that WWE could potentially bring back Taboo Tuesday. I don't know why. WWE fans, they don't really matter in the voting. You think WWE is going to give the fucking fans the fucking power to vote on a match? They block people on Twitter because of suggestions to the show. So you really think they're going to take people's voting to book a match on the fly? To book a match there? Randomly and just have it happen out of the blue? Fuck no. Fuck no. The whole concept was fucking ridiculous. I didn't believe anything about Taboo Tuesday. I didn't believe it was interactive. I didn't believe it was interactive at all. But that's the concept. The first Taboo Tuesday event ran in 2004. WWE also featured a pay-per-view of the same name in 2005. It was eventually replaced by Cyber Sunday in 2006. That ran a couple of years. Could the WWE bring it back in the next few years? A document has been floating around online that suggests WWE has reapplied for the trademark for Taboo Tuesday on July 24th. This was apparently posted by Heel by Nature. Don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a website or if it's a Reddit subpage. I don't know. But WWE apparently has applied for the trademark of Taboo Tuesday. Smackdown Live is on Tuesday nights, so it might not be coming back as a full pay-per-view. We could see it as a future episode of SmackDown Live branded as Taboo Tuesday. This could be similar to what we saw with the Wildcard Finals episode of SmackDown last year. We will have to wait and see. Normally when WWE applies for these trademarks, something definitely comes of it. It's happened in the past. So I don't know what's going on. Whether it's going to be a show on television or an actual network special event, I don't know. It could very well be. But WWE could be bringing a new collection to the network. WWE could be making a new DVD collection. WWE could be maybe putting that in the video game. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. You know, but normally if they apply for trademark on a certain individual or a new phrase or a new name, something will definitely come of it. We don't know what's happening with this. We're just going to have to wait and see, just like everything else. But I'm just letting you guys know that WWE did apply for the Taboo Tuesday trademark on July 24th. Not necessarily meaning that it's going to come back as a show, but it could very well be. We're just going to have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think about that. Would you like to see Taboo Tuesday come back to either SmackDown Live or back to the network as a special event? Me personally, I don't give a shit. I didn't like the concept to begin with. I think it's nothing but fake news. I think it's bogus. The fans really don't have any say in the interactive portion of it. It's all scripted. It's all fucking predetermined. It's all pre-planned. Give me a break. Come on. WWE applying for Taboo Tuesday. Let me know what you guys think about that potentially returning to the WWE. I got news here on Braun Strowman. Another follow-up story. If you guys watched yesterday's show, part 1, we reported that Braun Strowman allegedly made Karen Jarrett very, very upset because Karen Jarrett was at the same bar as a lot of WWE talent in Nashville on July 17th when they had Monday Night Raw in Nashville. And Karen Jarrett went up to Braun Strowman asking for an autograph for her son because her son loves Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman yelled and got nasty with Karen Jarrett, and Karen Jarrett tried to blackmail Braun Strowman by threatening to tell her ex-husband, Kurt Angle, about this entire situation. Now, Braun Strowman begged, he even pleaded, he would have got down on one knee to apologize to Karen Jarrett. Apparently, he didn't know who Karen Jarrett was. Now, in an update on this incident that took place in Nashville on July 17th at Jeff Hardy's CD release party after Monday Night Raw. The incident happened at the Valentine Bar in Nashville, and this is being reported by Dave Meltzer, and it's not fake news. Meltzer has clearly stated, which I will read to you, that this is a real story. As noted on the podcast yesterday, the story still might be hard to believe to several people listening, but it really did happen, and there were several wrestlers at the bar and saw what went down. Basically, Strowman blew off Karen Jarrett's request to get an autograph for her son. Strowman apparently did not know who she was and was said to be rude to her, but changed his tune once Jarrett yelled back at him and threatened to let her son's father, Kurt Angle, know about how Strowman acted. He reportedly apologized and begged her not to say anything and to not tell Kurt Angle. Angle is respected by everyone in the WWE locker room. Now, the topic came up on the Wrestling Observer boards, the message boards, and Brian Alvarez chimed in on the message boards, and I quote from Brian Alvarez himself, "I heard from a first-person witness. This 100% happened." Dave Meltzer then followed up on the message boards by saying the following, and I quote, "Why would I publish something that is not true? I mean, what exactly is there to gain from this? Two people who told me who were there, neither heard what Braun said to Karen, but both told me the same wording. I wasn't going to publish the words unless the people heard it with their own ears. The rest they heard." Now, the Voices of Wrestling Twitter account confirmed the story, and to one of their sources, Strowman kneeled to apologize while another source could not confirm that. The phrase that set Karen Jarrett off was when Strowman allegedly said, "Fuck your son." I quote again, Strowman told Karen Jarrett, fuck your son. I want to LOL. I really do. But this is not really the most professional manner by Braun Strowman. It's quite funny. Fuck your son. But he could really land in some hot water here. Could. Not saying that he will. Just using that verbiage, especially when talking about a youngster, especially Kurt Angle's son, is not good. It's not good at all. Now, some of the other names that Meltzer confirmed that were at the party were Matt Hardy, Bayley, Emma, Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, James Cowboy Storm, Bray Wyatt. Oh, he wasn't there with JoJo. JoJo's not on the list. Oh. Bray Wyatt, R-Truth, Conan, and Rey Mysterio. Robbie Hardy was not there, and Mysterio was there because he was in town for contract talks with Global Force Wrestling Management. So that is the follow-up to that Braun Strowman story. It is indeed real. Now we got verbiage as to what Strowman allegedly told Karen Jarrett. We got who was there, where the bar was, what the name of the bar was, what exactly was said. Multiple sources confirm this. Not good for Braun Strowman. I don't think anything's going to come of it. He might get a little lashing, slap on the wrist here. But if you don't know who somebody is, you don't know who somebody is. But still, you know, it's very difficult to not take Karen Jarrett's point of view here. It could have been anybody's fucking mother going up to Braun Strowman asking for an autograph. It was just happening to be Karen Jarrett asking for the autograph. If it was my mother going up to Braun Strowman asking for an autograph for me, and Braun Strowman told my mother, fuck your son, I would have a problem with that. I would have a problem with that. I'm sure you guys would have a problem with that as well. You know? Fuck your son. First of all, nobody talks to my mother that way. Number two, you're a professional athlete. Keyword, professional. Show it. You know, I understand that sometimes fans are fucking assholes. Not everybody. Some people genuinely just want to make your acquaintance, shake your hand, tell you that they enjoy your work, have an autograph, and move on. You know? But this is the same thing as the Randy Orton situation for the fans out there. You know? You're not going to go up to Randy Orton when he's fucking working out in a gym. You're not going to bust his balls for an autograph. Let the fucking guy work out. That's his time he's putting in to his job. That's working for him. That's what he has to do on his daily list of things to do during the day. He doesn't want to be bothered. You go up to Randy Orton after he's done. Show a little respect. I'm not going to go up to Braun Strowman and be like, hey, bro, what's going on? While he's drinking a beer or he's fucking having dinner. He's there with his girlfriend. He's there with friends. Going to wait till he's alone. Opportune moment. Hey, bro, I just want to say, you know, I enjoy your work. I think you're the best thing on Monday Night Raw right now. You know, can you sign my fucking iPhone case? You know, whatever the fuck you got on you. You know? It is what it is. Show some respect. And then maybe they will show respect back. You know, being that Strowman was in an environment with all his friends, he didn't want to be bothered by fucking fans, and he got a little jumpy. He got a little jumpy when he shouldn't have, and it was the wrong person to get jumpy with. Mistakes happen. We talked about this yesterday, but got to show a little bit more professionalism, man. Fuck your son. Not really something that you should be telling anybody. You should be gracious that fans want to come up to you and have their picture taken with you and have them sign or have you sign shit for them. You know? Doesn't happen to many people in this world, man. Embrace it. Enjoy it. You're there because of the fans. You're where you are right now because of the fans that support you. If you were getting no reaction on Monday Night Raw, you wouldn't be in the main event of SummerSlam. You wouldn't be fighting for the championship. Show some fucking professionalism, please. We got news here on Big Cass Hole. SummerSlam plans for Big Cass. Is he working out as a top heel on SmackDown Live? I don't know. Oh, no, it's not. On Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live. I got SmackDown Live on the fucking brain after this week. Jesus Christ. Is Big Cass working out as a top heel on Monday Night Raw? Now, Big Cass and Enzo Amore are no longer the realest guys in the room. In fact, they aren't even friends anymore on WWE television. When Big Cass kicked Enzo's head off after cutting a scathing promo on him, it was the moment that disappointed a lot of fans who saw more life in the team and upset people all around the world. Dave Meltzer spoke candidly about Big Cass and his run as a single star so far on Wrestling Observer Radio. Although Cass seems to be getting big heat, the jury's still out on the former NYU center. WWE keeps pairing him with Enzo for the time being. But what will happen when the marathon with Enzo has concluded? Because right now, it's easy heat. It's easy heat. And Meltzer even says that. As long as in the, and I quote, as long as he's in there with Enzo, it's guaranteed heat because that's right there. And you know everyone is still mad about it. So if you're going to give him a 3-minute squash win, plus it's the storyline, and it's got Big Show now involved. End quote. Big Cass is getting a push and might be destroying Enzo for a while as he prepares for his next big feud. Meltzer speculated Cass will pick up a big victory at Big Show at SummerSlam. And Big Cass seems to be getting over on the microphone. But there just seems to be something not there which is required of a top star. I feel like when I watch him, Meltzer says he's tall. And that's it. But he's missing something to be a top star. Only time will tell if audiences accept Big Cass as a top heel after he's punched all his tickets with Enzo. But for the time being, it's another wait and see kind of situation. Well, WWE, if they're already pondering if he's working out as a top heel, number one, it's too early to even contemplate that already. Number two, if you're contemplating that already, clearly it was too early to break this team up. How are you going to get this guy over? Or how is he going to get over? Or how are you going to deem him a failure or not in 3 weeks? Give the fucking guy some time. Clearly, the right decision would have been to keep this team together. Because neither one of these guys deserve to be alone on their own. If you're thinking about him not working out already, maybe he's not ready. Maybe he was never meant to be ready. He's how old? 26, 27 years old? Guy's got a whole fucking career ahead of him. You want to break him away from Enzo Amore now? Which, you take one of the top teams in the company away. Enzo has nothing to do. And Big Cass is not ready. I see this being a failure. After the Big Show, who do you got? Who do you got? I'll tell you what you got. You got Big Cass moving to Smackdown Live. That's what I think's going to happen. Because moving to SmackDown Live could be a reality for Big Cass. Because we got a superstar shakeup being rumored to happen after SummerSlam. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But I would have never broke this team up. I would have never broken this team up. If he's already worrying top officials, and he's worrying me, I'll tell you that he's worrying me. He's not ready. He's not ready. Because realistically, what do you do? What do you do with Big Cass after Big Show? Nothing. One and done with Big Show. It's not a feud that's going to happen over the span of 2 or 3 different pay-per-views. It's not going to happen. You know? I see already the fans souring on Big Cass. When he's not in there with Enzo, I don't see the fans giving a shit about Big Cass. They thought they were going to have the next modern-day Big Daddy Cool Diesel. No. No. Diesel had more charisma in a fucking pinky finger than Big Cass. You know? You know what Big Cass reminds me of? Test. He reminds me of Test. He's big. He's got a great look. But there was always something missing from Test. Test was great. Right? But he was never that main event guy. He missed that one thing to just get him to the fucking next level. Same thing with Big Cass. I could tell it already just by watching. He's big. His microphone work is getting better, right? He's got to change the fucking theme music. But that'll come over time. He's got to get better in the ring. He's still very green in the ring. You know, you're not going to drop a few Empire elbows and impress me, bro. Seriously. You're not going to throw a few big boots around and impress me. You know, when Diesel was in the fucking ring, when he split away from Shawn Michaels, Diesel knew how to fucking command the crowd. Just watch the fucking Survivor Series, the 95 Survivor Series, I believe it was, where Bret and Diesel went at it. When Diesel turned heel on Bret the Hitman Hart. Can Big Cass do that? Diesel owned that fucking crowd that night. That's when Diesel broke out. That's the Diesel that I fell in love with. That whole reign, that whole year reign. Some people shit all over him. I enjoyed Diesel's work that year. You know, not the match with fucking King Mabel at SummerSlam. I mean, that was an awful fucking year thinking back. Jesus Christ, I'm going to give myself a fucking disease thinking back to 1995. What a god-awful fucking year that was. But Diesel was one of the brightest, you know, moments of that fucking year. His match with Bret Hart was great. You know? And he was a good heel. He commanded the crowd. He had that charisma. He had that must-see factor. Big Cass doesn't have that as a big guy. And he's not going to have that as a big guy because he never shined in a tag team. He never shined as a tag team with Enzo. If they kept them together for a few years and had them work as a top babyface team, multiple championships, and then did this split, it would have been a little bit more, it would have worked out a little bit more, you know? But with Diesel and Shawn Michaels, they split away. Diesel got his fair share in with Michaels. I felt like Big Cass never got his fair share in with Enzo. It was too quick. It was like they brought them to the main roster and WWE didn't know what to do with them, and then they figured, you know what? We're going to get the trigger finger and just split these guys up. It doesn't work that way. Well, because a guy is big doesn't mean he's going to make it in the business. If that's all he has and nothing else is there, he's not going to work out. Big Cass is not going to work out. That's my opinion. That's my feeling on Big Cass. After Big Show, what do you got? He's going to end up just like Test ended up. He's going to come to that point where he's like, I can't break through. You're going to be mid-card for life. But I think on Monday Night Raw, you know, it's not going to work out for him. On SmackDown, it could potentially work out for Big Cass. And that's where we end up with a Superstar Shakeup. Superstar Shakeup may be returning this fall. But the thing is, with this Superstar Shakeup, main roster stars may also get moved down to NXT. What I also want to mention to you guys, before I talk about this, is I want you guys to get moving on the Audible service and the Audible trial that is available to all new listeners. I want to end the month of July strong, man. We got a couple days left in the month of July. Everybody that's a new listener, we had several new listeners from Battleground, from the shout out to Legend of Thunder on his channel, coming over from there. If you guys want something for free, you guys are going to get something for free just for listening to the show. All you got to do is use our unique link, audibletrial.com/offthescript. Go through the sign-up process. It costs you nothing, and you can cancel whenever you want within the 30 days. Sign up, get the app on iPhone or Android devices, and you're on your way to picking one free audiobook of your choice. Anything you want, man. Sci-fi, fiction, politics, horror, crime, you know, all that shit on there. You guys want sports? It's on there. Wrestling, it's on there. Being that we're a wrestling-related podcast, you guys can get that Justin Roberts audiobook, narrated by himself, AJ Lee, Daniel Bryan. It's all on there, man. Plus so many more. One free book just for listening to the show today. Use our link, audibletrial.com/offthescript. End the month strong for Audible, who sponsors this show each and every single weekend. WWE Superstar Shakeup may return this fall, but nice little addition of NXT this time around. By this time of the year, WWE should have already had its annual brand draft, and I agree. WWE should be really thinking about a draft, and the draft should happen after SummerSlam every single year. That's when I would have it. Not in the middle of the summer, not before WrestleMania or after WrestleMania, but after SummerSlam. That's when I'd have it. Because, you know, coming out of WrestleMania, we're in that build towards SummerSlam. That's the next big thing we're looking forward to. After SummerSlam, we got a long way to go till the Royal Rumble. So you need something after SummerSlam to pretty much keep people's interest. A draft could certainly do that. Now, how do you do a draft? You got to make the draft into a big-time event. And to make it into a big-time event, a lot of planning needs to go into that. You can't just come out like you did last year and say, yeah, we'll have a few podiums and we'll have, you know, a few draft picks and that's it. No. You got to make it into a big-time spectacle, like the NBA draft or the NFL draft. You got to make it into a big-time fucking sports-like feel. You got all this talent, and you're just going to randomly put them on fucking brands with no explanation, with no excitement, with no planning, with no build? Come on, bro. So, WWE needs to have its annual draft every year. It should have had its annual draft already. But instead of redrafting everyone to Raw and SmackDown, WWE had a superstar shakeup in April, switching some but not all superstars from one roster brand to another. However, it would appear that the company isn't done moving its talents around, as another superstar shakeup is now being rumored to take place this fall, with the possibility of some main roster stars getting sent down to NXT. And I can think of several already off the top of my head that should be moved down to NXT. According to a report from Wrestling Inc., the Wrestling Observer newsletter has learned that there is definitely some talk of WWE making some roster moves in the fall. But on top of the wrestlers who may go from Monday Night Raw to SmackDown and vice versa, there may also be some wrestlers from the main roster who may end up moving down to NXT. Before I even continue, I want to make sure you guys are aware that WWE seems to be getting lazy with the fucking brand split. Okay? They got the pay-per-view calendar that needs to be reworked. I don't like the fact that Monday Night Raw had 6 weeks to build for SummerSlam, but we had to get a Battleground pay-per-view that was completely and utterly fucking useless, leaving SmackDown with only 3 weeks to build towards SummerSlam. How is that right? How is that right? It just makes everything fucking feel rushed. So, the pay-per-view calendar needs to be reworked. Clearly. What happened with Jason Jordan? Did they give us an explanation as to why Jason Jordan moved over from SmackDown Live to Monday Night Raw? I mean, I don't know if the fucking goons watching the show even give a shit, but I'm not a goon. Neither are you. I care. I want explanation. So you just randomly broke up American Alpha with no explanation behind it. How did Monday Night Raw get Jason Jordan over to Monday Night Raw? Did they give SmackDown Live a few wrestlers? Did they give him a draft pick? Did they give them an NXT draft pick for the next superstar shakeup or the next draft? Was there a trade made? What happened? You know? Same thing with Renee Young. The fuck's going on with Renee Young? She was on SmackDown, but now she's doing SmackDown and Monday Night Raw because Talking Smack was canceled. Okay. Was there a trade made? Did another announcer or another interviewer go over to SmackDown Live in exchange for Renee Young to appear on Monday Night Raw? That's the type of shit that I want to know. But nobody seems to give a shit about that. You know? And I'm sure there's others. I'm sure there are others that I can't think of right now. But those are just two that pop off the top of my head. They're getting lazy with it. There is no dissension between Raw and SmackDown. I remember vividly what Vince McMahon said when the last time we seen Vince McMahon on television. I want bloodshed. I want you guys to kill each other. Meaning both Stephanie and Shane McMahon. We haven't seen Stephanie anywhere near Monday Night Raw. We see Shane running SmackDown, but there's no competitive competition between the brands. Then WWE expects me to care about Survivor Series when Survivor Series comes and they got this interpromotional brand warfare. What brand warfare? We haven't seen any brand warfare since the last Survivor Series. Now you want me to care about this Survivor Series? Because you got to book a fucking match between Raw and SmackDown in a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match? Give me a break. And what happens for the winning team? What do they get? Do they get a draft pick? Do they get a spot at WrestleMania in the main event? Do they get home field advantage at WrestleMania in the main event? What do they get? Laziness. And then I get benched on fucking Twitter. And people get benched on Twitter for your lack of creativity. Now, the report did not specifically name any wrestlers in particular who may likely change brands or go to NXT as part of the rumored WWE Superstar shakeup this fall. But Wrestling Inc. did drop some clues as to what type of wrestler may be sent down to NXT. Those who may have been successful in developmental, but much less so on the main roster. Well, that's because they haven't been given a fucking opportunity. How could you know if anybody's going to be successful if you don't give them a fucking opportunity? The Ascension, Tyler Breeze, Cesaro, you know? Give me a fucking break. And I'm sure there are many others. Now, the moves from the main roster to NXT would be for talents that were major stars in NXT that Vince McMahon simply did not push on Raw or SmackDown Live, even if they are over. Or talents who are doing nothing on the main roster. Luke Harper, with the feeling that they could be more useful as top stars in NXT. Now, before we jump the gun here and start listing off names that WWE could take from Raw and SmackDown and put them on NXT, why are you going to overload NXT with guys who are already established on the main roster and move them down to NXT, taking time and spots away from the young guys who are trying to get over themselves down in NXT? So now, WWE is, again, trying to cover their own ass here because of their lack of creativity and their lack of direction. Being that you don't know what to do with half of these fucking guys, your solution is like, okay, let's move them down to NXT. What is that going to do? Are we really going to see a Luke Harper and a Dolph Ziggler and an Ascension pushed on NXT? Maybe the Ascension because there's no fucking tag teams down there. But a Dolph Ziggler and a Luke Harper, right? And a Zack Ryder and a Mojo Rawley. Guys like that. What about a Sin Cara and a Kalisto? Guys like that on Monday Night Raw. Darren Young, when he comes back. Another fucking project of the Umbrella Corporation. You see the fucking pictures of Darren Young? Gotta be on that Jinder Mahal fucking diet, bro. The guy looks like fucking Nemesis 2.0. What are you gonna do with all these guys? See, they don't think. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Yeah, to the casual fucking idiot out there, oh, moving those guys down to NXT is great. It'll give them more of an opportunity to shine. But what you're really doing is taking time away from the guys that are there. On top of that, all the fucking people Triple H is bringing into NXT already. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, War Machine's rumored to come in. Adam fucking Cole, baby, is coming in. Right? You guys got Donovan Dijak coming in. I'm hearing that he's already fucking pretty much in the Performance Center. What's going to happen? You're going to have NXT as a 1-hour show. And you're going to try and get all these guys on the fucking show and give those guys time down there? Come on, man. WWE is nothing but a bunch of fucking idiots. Really. They're trying to cover their own ass because they refuse to fucking use the talent that they got at their fingertips for anything worthwhile. There's no reason why a Dolph Ziggler and a Luke Harper should be banished to fucking catering. There's no reason. There's no reason. I could see maybe 1 or 2 moves, but everybody that you're not using on the main roster can certainly not go down to NXT. You either push them or you fucking release them. The only moves that I would make, from the main roster to NXT is if it's tag teams or Dolph Ziggler. Look at what NXT did to Tyson Kidd's career. Nobody gave 2 fucks about Tyson Kidd on the main roster. I did when he was paired with Cesaro because I actually enjoyed that tag team. But when Tyson Kidd was down in NXT, working main events with Sami Zayn and Neville, he was great. I could see that role for Dolph Ziggler. Seriously. Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode. Dolph Ziggler versus Drew McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler versus anybody down there. Dolph Ziggler versus a fucking blow-up doll would be a fucking great match. Doesn't matter. The Ascension. They need to move down to NXT. They were NXT's best fucking tag team. Once they get to the main roster, nothing? Embarrassed by the New Age Outlaws? Embarrassed by APA? That's what they're known for. The thing that they're known for most is being embarrassed by APA. and having a fucking Royal Rumble tag team match with the New Age Outlaws. That's it. Ever since then, nothing. Ascension down to NXT. You want to move the Colognes down to NXT? Fine. Move the Colognes down to NXT. I'm sure they get over much more successfully down to NXT than they will on either Raw or SmackDown. Dolph Ziggler? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely move Dolph Ziggler down to NXT. That's one move I'd make wholeheartedly. 100%. Don't even have to think about it. Because he ain't doing nothing on SmackDown. You move him back over to Monday Night Raw. He ain't doing shit on Monday Night Raw. Dolph Ziggler on a Raw or SmackDown does nothing for anybody. Putting him in NXT will breathe new life into him. And you know what? I am sure, without a shadow of a doubt, he would welcome a feud like that. Because you know what's most important to Dolph Ziggler? Is fucking wrestling. He wants to show everybody why exactly he is one of the best in the WWE. And I'm sure he will be able to prove that down in NXT. Give me a break. Now, Dave Meltzer has confirmed reports from earlier this week about a possible superstar shakeup after SummerSlam. There definitely has been talks of roster moves in the fall, and some ideas have been proposed. Whether this happens or not, it is obviously up to Vince McMahon. One of the things being discussed was moving some main roster stars to NXT. Basically, the idea would be to move the names that were major stars in NXT but are not being pushed on the main roster or not doing anything on the main roster and could be better used as major players in NXT shows. But the problems that I just went over to you would quickly arise. Now, as documented by WrestleZone this April, WWE's first superstar shakeup involved more than 20 wrestlers and personalities switching brands. The most prominent names included Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Alexa Bliss, going to Monday Night Raw, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Charlotte Flair going to SmackDown Live. So far, the WWE talents involved in the shakeup have enjoyed mixed results since changing brands, with some, such as current WWE Champion Jinder Mahal, rapidly moving up the card and others getting lost in the shuffle in recent weeks. The same may apply in the fall version of the WWE Superstar shakeup, should it push forward as rumored. This time, the added element of main roster talents getting sent back to NXT could make the second shakeup more interesting, as fans believe it could result in current NXT standouts like Bobby Roode, Asuka, and Authors of Pain getting called up to the main roster. I would not call up the Authors of Pain. I would not call up the Authors of Pain at all. Why would you want to call up the Authors of Pain? They are nowhere near ready to come up to the main roster. Not yet. They need another 6 months. Easy. 2018, yeah, but not now. Not now. Not in 2017. Bobby Roode and Asuka, for sure. For sure, that's a given. That's going to happen even without a superstar shakeup. Because you got all that talent from Ring of Honor coming in. You got the Mae Young Classic, which is going to conclude, and Asuka's going to be brought up. A lot of those women are going to be signed. At least half of those competitors in the tournament are going to be signed. Which is going to move up Asuka, not only Asuka, but Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. So, Bobby Roode and Asuka, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, certainly being moved up. That's without a superstar shakeup. Authors of Pain, no. I would keep them down there for sure. But if fan comments on Wrestling Inc.'s article are any indication, this could also mean a trip back to developmental for Bo Dallas, Dana Brooke, and Apollo Crews. Abso-fucking-lutely Apollo Crews. He shouldn't have even been brought up to begin with. Bo Dallas? No. I would not move Bo Dallas down. I think if he's with The Miz right now, with Curtis Axel, I could see them being a heel tag team, getting over on their own, even if they're not paired with The Miz. I think TV time with The Miz is going to put them in a new spotlight where WWE is going to be forced to use them because Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are too talented to not be used. They're too talented to not be used. Dana Brooke, absolutely. Move back down. She shouldn't even be on the roster, number one. But if there's a place for her, it's definitely in NXT to, again, train and actually learn how to fucking wrestle. The funny thing is with the talk of another superstar shakeup, they have kind of been moving people around in recent weeks without any real explanation, like I said. John Cena is a free agent. Didn't really say why or how it happened. He's just a fucking free agent. I mentioned Renee Young, right? Jason Jordan, I mentioned. He's now Kurt Angle's illegitimate son. They took him away from SmackDown Live. They moved him away from Chad Gable with no explanation whatsoever. Nothing happened there. SmackDown got nothing in return, nor was it ever explained. Brock Lesnar is being advertised. I don't know if you guys know this. He's being advertised as a special attraction on a couple of SmackDown Live events. He's actually headlining, I believe, tonight in Detroit at the Joe Louis Arena, the last time WWE's holding an event there because I think it's being torn down, he's fighting and defending the Universal title against Samoa Joe on a SmackDown live show. So, I don't know what's going on with the brand split. I even heard rumors that Seth Rollins has been advertised for SmackDown Live events, house shows, which I don't really consider a big deal because they need big names to sell those shows. If they're a bigger than normal arena, WWE's got to load the fucking show up with star power. I don't blame them in doing that. But that should have been thought of with the draft and the Superstar Shakeup. You should be able to handle house shows with a brand split. You got to have a decent amount of top guys to handle that on one brand and a decent amount of guys to handle that on the other brand. And that's why I'm assuming they made John Cena a free agent, because of reasons like that. If John Cena can appear on a Monday Night Raw house show and sell tickets and fill a fucking stadium or fill a venue, that's all they give a shit about. If he can do that for SmackDown Live, that's all they give a shit about. You know? If they have a better chance of selling out a Raw house show with John Cena on it, that's the reason why they fucking made him a free agent. They want to get the most universally out of John Cena. And that is by having him on both shows. Not necessarily live TV, but I'm sure that's the reason why they made John Cena a free agent. And putting him on television and teasing matches with Reigns and Strowman and Lesnar and Joe and Rollins, that's second on the list. Making money off John Cena and using him in that role is number one to WWE. But as far as this shakeup goes, I don't know what they do. Outside of the NXT stuff that is being discussed right now, to add a little wrinkle to this, what is really going to be done? You're not going to move a Rollins and an Ambrose because they're in the midst of probably the most intriguing storyline on Monday Night Raw now. You're going to move The Miz back to SmackDown Live? That's something I do. Maybe move Finn Balor over to SmackDown Live? Maybe move Big Cass over to SmackDown Live and pair him with Carmella? I think that'd be great. That'd be a great way to get Big Cass over. WWE worried about getting Big Cass over. He might need an attractive female, and in this case, his real-life girlfriend, who's coming into her own as a heel in the women's division. You pair Carmella with Big Cass, they could be a dynamic duo on SmackDown Live. Finn Balor, you know? Maybe trade some tag teams. I don't know, maybe get the Usos on Monday Night Raw. Get the Club over to SmackDown. Because we've seen the Club on SmackDown ever since their debut. The Usos have done great. We haven't seen the Usos in a heel role on Monday Night Raw. I think it'd be fantastic to get them over there. You know? Usos versus the Hardys. Usos versus the Revival. That could be great. Get the Club over to SmackDown. Maybe get Finn Balor over there. Get the Balor Club going on SmackDown. But I have a feeling that we're going to see top guys be moved this time. Not many top guys were moved in the first Superstar Shakeup. I would not put any faith in WWE to keep the top guys the same. I have a feeling Roman Reigns, if he doesn't win the Universal Championship, I could see Roman Reigns move over to SmackDown Live, and I could see AJ Styles come over to Monday Night Raw. Because it's been reported that Vince McMahon wants AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw. And if AJ Styles comes over to Monday Night Raw, that means we're not getting AJ Styles with Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. We're getting Roman Reigns versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. Imagine that. WWE taking that away from us. Because they can't help but pull the trigger on AJ Styles coming over on Monday Night Raw. You know? But I don't know what WWE could do. All I know is I'm not even going to get into it right now because nothing is official. Once this is made official, I will do the same thing I did for the last Superstar Shakeup. I will have a whole list of people that I would move to SmackDown Live and to Monday Night Raw. And move down to NXT, which the list for NXT would not be a lot. Apollo Crews, Dolph Ziggler, The Ascension, Dana Brooke. That's it. You want to include an Emma on that list too? By all means, put an Emma on that list. She would be fantastic back down at NXT. You might see some new life in Emma down in NXT. You know? Get the pairing of Emma and Dana Brooke back together. Apollo Crews, he'd be fantastic down at NXT. I don't know why he was even moved to begin with. You moved him from NXT for what? For nothing. This guy has megastar written all over him. WWE has a lot of thinking to do if this is going to be a reality. I'm not going to talk about it now because we don't know. Once this is made official, I will let you guys know how I'd move certain guys, where I'd put them, and how the landscape of my WWE would look compared to what WWE is going to really do. We got some of the names right. We got some of the predictions right last time, like Sami Zayn and Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. You know, I went even as far as to put Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel on SmackDown Live. Get that mid-card going. But we'll see what happens, man. I don't know if WWE should really be thinking about another superstar shakeup, because with the last superstar shakeup, it looks like SmackDown was shaken up to the point where the quality of the show is now less than what it used to be. And for some odd reason, Monday Night Raw is actually producing better television. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but a lot of people said that when WWE officially made the draft and split the brands, SmackDown was the better show and Monday Night Raw is the show that suffered, even with all that fucking mega talent on Monday Night Raw. Now with the shakeup, Monday Night Raw's been the better show, and SmackDown's been the show that's been suffering. So, I don't know. We got to get on a page where both shows are even. We can't have one show producing better than the other. And vice versa. We have to have it even. And if WWE wants to rethink the fucking rosters as a whole, you know, rethink what you would do with the women's division. Rethink what you would do with the tag team division. Have them universally on both shows. Put the tag team division on one show. Put the women on one show. That would give you a reason to watch the other show over the other. If you like tag team wrestling, you have to watch Raw. If you enjoy women's wrestling, you have to watch SmackDown. WWE's not using all the women that they have available on Monday Night Raw. Mickie James, Dana Brooke, and Emma are fucking useless. You got 4 women that you feature on Monday Night Raw. You got 5 women that you feature on SmackDown Live. Put them on the 3-hour show. You get 2 or 3 women's matches out of the fucking division on Monday Night Raw. Put the tag teams on SmackDown. SmackDown's got 2 fucking tag teams. 2 tag teams. You got the Usos, and you got the New Day. Breezango's busy playing with fucking horsies and fucking super soakers. They're not even a fucking legit tag team. Get the tag team division on SmackDown. You got 4 teams that you got right now that are good on Monday Night Raw. Make a division of 6, 7 teams on SmackDown Live. That's perfect for a 2-hour show. You can feature 2 tag team matches per week. They gotta rethink this thing to the point where both rosters are here. Not here. And not here. Here. Nothing's made official yet. It's being discussed. I will give you guys more information as soon as it's readily available. But that is what is going on right now. That is the news. And that is the end of part 2 of Off the Script. Thank you guys so very much. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. We got close to 1,200 likes. That was my goal. That's the same fucking goal for this video. If you enjoyed the video, 1,200 likes, 1,200 thumbs up. Twitter, at JDFROMNY206. YouTube, subscribe down below. Hit that bell for all notifications and turn on all notifications. If you guys want to pledge and support the podcast and the channel as a whole, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. If you guys want to check out Audible and get that free audiobook, all new listeners, visit audibletrial.com/offthescript, and you guys get a free audiobook just for listening today on Off the Script. Capbeast.com. Use the coupon code JD10 for 10% off. Make sure you guys visit Capbeast. They're promoting the podcast and sponsoring the podcast all summer. If you guys are in the market for custom-made hats, beanies, and caps, logos done by Capbeast.com. Whatever you want, they got you covered. Make sure you guys check out barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your merchandise. I will have news about the new merchandise hitting the store when it's available. Use coupon code JD17 at checkout for 20% off. And make sure you guys support Rusty. 1 week left to go for his bike ride for MS. Information you need for Rusty is at the top of the comments pinned, and everything you guys want to check out as far as my sponsors go, linked in the description. I am JD. This is Off the Script. We got some big stories coming for part 3. As always, hit that thumbs up. Enjoy your Saturdays. And I'll see you guys right back here on Sunday for part 3 of Off the Script. I'll talk to you later.